Hello, lovelies. Thank you for being here. We're at my fruit bowl again. The message is patience. Okay, he had come out with a client in call this morning, and I pulled an angel card right before this call, and patience had come out again. These are the energies here, okay, of the bird that you have already liberated yourself from within. I had said this morning also. Your liberation is already here. You're experiencing fine tuning of your frequency. You already are free within your own energy, yet there is a patience that is being required in order to enjoy the fruits of your efforts and work. They are here in manifestation. And I had someone asking me this morning, what do you notice about my energy and things because I read energy and all of that. And what was coming through is a transmission. It's like, okay, let me move myself beyond this. But what came through was as soon as you start thinking and questioning that, you immediately get into the energy of thinking something is wrong with you or not whole. And that in itself is the issue when you're not seeing yourself in fullness and wholeness. And knowing that, even if you do not see your 3D or your physical world reality match up to the inner work that you have been doing, it is a process, it is a fine tuning, it is a patience, it is surrender, it is giving over to higher forces and trusting that those higher forces and God and the universe and the creator knows you better than you know yourself and wants the best for you and is shaping things in your reality to create and bring about that heaven for you. What you simply get to do in the freedom of your free will is to take action as you can, as is inspired from your wholeness, from your divine self, from the radiance of your being, embodying that and being in your authentic truth and divinity and divine you and in the expression of your divinity is authenticity, is such a high frequency, allowing yourself to be seen and heard, to be witnessed, to share yourself with the world in a higher truth of who you really are, in authentic vibration magnetizes to you and you become more about living a life of being rather than the productivity and doing. That it gets to be less is more, it gets to be effortless ease, you get to be in your life more, enjoying life more, being in nature more, creating more intentionally, allowing divine inspiration to flow through you, being more purposeful and intentional in your creation over your consumption, moving away from consumption and into creation, and allowing that to pour through you. Having patience in passion and purpose, knowing that you get to create and cultivate your heaven right here, right now, in the now, in your, oh my God, this is heaven without wanting the results, without wanting the instant gratification, without wanting to see or to know or have answers. As someone had said this morning, and I was saying, it's interesting how people seem to want to have answers and to crack the code of something. And what came out for me was a potent transition, was like transmission, was when you're trying to seek how to crack the code, you need to understand that you are the code. It was just so funny, almost like cosmically, like the great cosmic joke that you are everything within you. You're simply unlocking the frequency of what it is you want to manifest next. So it's like you've got all these different channels within you, and you're unhooking, one wire from an outdated, outmoded way of being and thinking, an outmoded reality, and plugging into the next level. And then so your reality calibrates to broadcast and give you that show. Basically. You get an image of those old TV stations where you didn't even have a remote, you have to go up and get to the channel or to keep fine tuning and get the signal clear. And purification comes in there in having your signal, your channel be clearer through detoxing and eating high vibrational food and hydration and drinking a lot of water and loving yourself and having loving thoughts in creating your harmonious heaven, being mindful of it, purifying your body in mind, body, and soul, in your thinking, in your believing, in your Be mindful of how you may self-sabotage in nourishing and nurturing your body with good, healthy, whole foods, with movement, with taking care of you, with honoring your vessel, with allowing the divine expression to pour to and through and be expressed and released from you, rather than to hold it in and to be in fear of being witnessed that way, of allowing your authentic truth and voice to be shared, to be heard, to express it in your creativity, in your songwriting, in your art, in your dance, in your light language activation, through localization, through chanting, through and not even having to be seen by another, even out in open spaces, allowing that expression to come through you, connecting with your inner child, being in passion, in purpose, and on fire, feeling aliveness and vitality pulsate through you, being in celebration of your life and the mystical and the magical right here, right now, knowing that in process of that, you're signaling who you truly are, and therefore your reality has to calibrate to the resonance and frequency match to who you now are as a greater embodiment of you as a divine truth. Beautiful. I'm going to read the card of patience before I do. Going on a hike this morning, I was getting an image of, as you're walking down the street, be open in your energy, open and receptive, rather than being restricted or in how you're walking and how you're holding your body. As you're walking down the street, that you breathe out, you hold your arms out, you even hold your arms up, and you like allow your channel to flow, to even do that as a practice in doing arm movements and opening and expanding and allowing your chest area to expand and being open and receptive. Louise Hay had said this in speaking in public speaking events, and I'm open to receiving all the goodness, the health, the harmony, the joy, the prosperity of the universe. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, and so it is. You declare as your word is your one, and get excited and be vital, but to be open and expansive in your energy from a place of gratitude and openness and receptivity. You are worthy and deserving of receiving simply because you are, because you exist, because you are here now. It is your divine birthright. You can claim and receive it, knowing in full knowing and conscious awareness that everybody has this available to them. And you wanting it for everybody amplifies and magnifies your own manifestation of abundance and health and harmony and peace and love and joy and truth and celebration and beauty, prosperity and abundance and excess for you. What you're transmitting to another is what you're creating for you, because that is essentially another you. Everything is you pushed out. Empowering another empowers you. Wanting success for another is pouring into your own success. Wanting health for another revitalizes you. Thinking positive thoughts and wanting success and positive outcomes for another through beautiful prayer creates positive outcomes from you. And when it's done from noble intention without even paying attention to that, with simply that being who you are authentically, you're being that because it's who you are, then your energy is purer, you're a more potent channel. And still, you will find, especially if you're an old soul and you came into this planet and you had such a high vibration and you felt that was dimmed down or people were not understanding you, and you can give up even wanting to be understood. You're just here to claim your divine expression and to claim that in your inner integrity of being, who you truly are, and allowing the freedom and the expansiveness of that expression and creativity and wonder and joy and love and harmony and peace and anchoring and holding that within you through grounding more in nature, walking on the earth, feet in the earth, tree hugging, breathing, breathwork practices, allowing yourself to fill and flood up with that inner expansiveness, no longer denying your expression, allowing that creativity to come through. You allow your energy to flow, to be harmonious. You feel in harmony with yourself. You feel in love with yourself. You feel in love with life. You feel like you're fluid and flowing like water. Your inner waters flow. It's so beautiful. Also, the energy of anchoring in and maintaining peace and harmony. 0 point. Anything triggers you, Come to 0 point, neutralize, stop giving things meaning. Nothing has any meaning apart from the meaning that you make of it and attach to it, and therefore attach a story and a narrative to it, which is essentially not exactly truth. It may be the truth that you're creating in the moment, but it's not necessarily full truth, and there's always more to a story than you can see and perceive and understand, because one fragment of truth is not absolute truth. And then it's a liberation, even knowing that, having awareness of it, and just coming to 0 point, back to neutralizing anything and being in peace and harmony and saying, it's not even my business. My primary concern is being in peace and harmony and vitality within me, because that is my job here, to be a radiant being, to be healthy, to be vital, to care for my vessel, to pour love into me so that I can be the best version of me, that I may show up and contribute to the expansion of others who also want to go on that journey or are on that journey and are magnifying and sharing and celebrating that in joyful, abundant, natural state of being. Beautiful, so potent. So allow the purification of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your energy body, that there is an elevation happening right here, right now. But do allow yourself to be patient in how your reality matches up to meet you at that new higher frequency. It's a beautiful thing to even know that and to be grateful for it. To be grateful as you prepare some fruit, to be grateful, as you were saying this morning. You need to be starting your day as if you're already in your manifestation. You wake up in the morning celebrating being alive. You're stepping out of your bed and grateful that you can move your body. You're like, I did it. Yes, this is my new reality. This is my heaven. Going to get your tea, your coffee, whatever, doing your exercise, I'm grateful that I'm in creation of my heaven in the now. Before going to sleep, to find the treasures of your day, of your progress, of your revolution, of the signs of how you have transformed, the signs of how you have focused on your heaven, the signs of how you have responded to something rather than reacted, and you're celebrating your revolution and your conscious choice to be more self-loving and to put the self-love first over loving another, because then it's truly authentic when you give love to another from overflow of your own self-love in giving. Then it is authentic and sincere, and the energy is true. It's not an energy of manipulation, of trying to people please or control in any way. It is, I love me, and through this expression, now I give and extend to you from my overflow. There's a real call to honor yourself more, honor your vessel, honor your mind, body, soul connection, to ground, to anchor in and root yourself. That's why I have this food here also. It's to let you know, in case you feel that things are a bit random or weird or scattered or flying, or you don't know where you're going, and any kind of chaos, to breathe that out. And a great way to ground yourself also is to wear red, to have the color red as it resonates for you in your environment, to eat red foods and root vegetables can feel grounding in your body. The vibration of red as well, to be rooting you in the feeling of trust and safety and security and confidence also. So that may be beneficial for whoever is feeling highly sensitive at this time and who may want to feel more grounded. Time in nature, breathwork, honoring the practical. The foundation of anything is your body and your energy. So if you're doing meditation, you're doing movement, you're eating clean, you're hydrating, you're taking care of your energy. This is the foundational practice. This is the foundation to spiritual practice and on the spiritual path and your evolution and manifestation of what you want to call in and to create and experience and share. Taking care of you in mind, body, and soul and energy frequency takes care of and pours into other aspects and areas from a more expanded whole fullness energy of you in the radiance of your being, because you have poured into your own self-love, your self-care, and your energy. So you're coming at and approaching things from a greater authentic truth of who you really are, and that authenticity magnetizes like magic. I'm getting asked to ask you to trust the niggle. If there's something coming up for you, intuitive messages, some hint or message that you're receiving in your body, whether it is to move away from something or someone, it is to drop a particular habit or routine that's no longer serving your ascension. It is a certain food that your body is no longer agreeing with. It is the call to fast, to detox, to do a water cleanse, to stop having coffee, to eat more of a plant-based diet over meat, or to go back to eating meat if you're, and no judgment here, but your body will speak to you as to what the body is asking for and wanting when you tune in and listen. If you're getting psychic messages, intuitive messages, to follow something, to trust the higher forces, follow your soul path at this time, excuse me, even if that defies logic and linear thinking. If that's you, if you're resonating with that, choosing what's in your heart and soul with trust, confidence, conviction, and patience will bring you greater reward, especially if you're following this energy of from the 24th, 25th, Saturn going into Aries. If you focus your devotion and discipline and pouring your energy as your currency into something beyond you, that the manifestation is bigger than you. The manifestation is a legacy. It is how you're impacting and affecting something beyond you that can enrich not only your life, but the life of others, or what it is you're pouring into. Whether that's supporting animals, it's supporting other people, supporting a concept, it's a charity, it's a project, it's an organization, it's a work of art, it's music, it's depending on what that may be for you, but it is something beyond you. And when you make it about something beyond you, it is like literally cultivating the garden of that and maintaining it and nurturing it and showing up every day in consistency with love and patience and commitment for that as a devotional practice. It becomes about something beyond you, and therefore can attract attention and interest of others who may see your mission and vision and join you in it, or celebrate you for it, or you can receive resources, support, opportunities, connections, finances, what you may require to expand and grow. If your manifestation is beyond personal desire and a greater desire of impact, your rewards can and will be absolutely profound. Something to meditate on. If you, and I did this practice with someone who's a Reiki student of mine doing Reiki master's practice and planetary healing this morning, in asking, in observing the shift, what is it that you're wanting to manifest? If you write that down, if you take note of that, what is it that you think or that you're feeling that you desire to create or experience or attract into your reality? And then doing our energy practices, our breath work, planetary healing, master symbol, connecting to the energy where you feel that you become both nothing and everything, and you feel it in the frequency of your energy through that energy practice. And so profound, and you feel so connected to your heart, and you feel like you're radiating and broadcasting energy of your soul frequency. And to ask in that state, then, now what do you want to manifest? And a very different answer can come to you, or you may not even know the answer, but you're far more open to it. And this is when you are open to the call of your soul and your dharma and what's truly in your heart, as in what the creator planted in you before you even came into this incarnation. What is there within you in your energy and your unique soul frequency to be unlocked and expressed and shared and celebrated and magnified and amplified for impact that only you can create in your unique way, through your unique expression? Isn't that amazing? I know if you think about that, isn't that far more adventurous and interesting and amazing and delightful than manifesting, for instance, a house or a car. Which can be certainly, the icing on the cake and, the cherry on top and a beautiful bonus. But if you're listening to this and you're resonating with this, do comment below. I'd love to witness and celebrate you. That magic inside of you wants to come out in a whole new way. And you get to be in heaven in your every now moment, allowing it, just allowing another little bit more of that expression, having patience for the manifestation of that desire being brought fully into your reality as your unique expression of your personal heaven on earth. It just feels so profound, so potent, so beautiful, so blissful. I can't believe that after this video, I just get to sit and look at the mountains and have this beautiful fruit. And saying how that to me is, I'm in process of creating my heaven. My heaven is right here now. It's not a manifestation of a specific outcome or then or if I tick a box. Your heaven is here. Are you living and creating your heaven right now? Because you can be that frequency in your body right now. You can choose it. You can declare it. You can anchor it in. You can show up as that version of you, being in your heaven creation in every now moment as the way that you make your health so vital that you reverse aging, you feel more energized, you feel inspired, you feel even turned on by life, vibrant, full of vitality. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for aliveness and what makes us come alive in every now moment. Thank you for being here with me. I've of course for a card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So do you tune in on an intention that you may have, confirmation that you may want to receive at this time, angels and guides? Can you please share a message with getting to go to that one? Okay. It's night. It says to be brave and honest. And this is about speaking your true, authentic truth and being honest about who you truly are, and that may require vulnerability. I've had people say to me, like, oh, it's amazing that you do what you do and that you put yourself out there in a spiritual way of advertising Reiki courses and energy healing and coming on these videos and so on. And I had said even just this morning, everything is hard until it becomes easy. When you're starting over, if you have a new beginning, if you feel that you're having to end a relationship or end a cycle and move away from something, or if you're starting over again from zero, it takes being brave and honest with yourself, about who you truly are and what it is you truly want and what makes you happy and healthy and vital and feel expansive and feel that you're being true to yourself. And there may be a pain in that, in having to choose you over something else, to honor you over someone else, to put yourself first over something else that may disappoint another person or may feel like you're hurting another, or it's just transmuting and shedding vibrations of shame or guilt or worry and doubt and other things that you're not responsible for carrying if you are being truthful with yourself and integrity with your own highest values and your way forward for you. We may not want to cause harm to others, yet we cause harm to ourselves if we're not true to ourselves. So it makes no sense. It's coming potently. It makes no sense to dim yourself down to not hurt another when in doing so you hurt yourself. Wow. Full body chills and goosebumps. That, let me know if that's resonating for anyone. I send you so much love if you're finding yourself in that situation right here, right now. I know that feeling, and as you're sending and coming into having to put yourself first may not always be a pleasant, comfortable, or easy experience. But when we take the hard actions and we do the things that are hard in the name of love, it becomes easier. And then choosing you becomes easier every single time. Because when you do choose you, you always win. And the more you win, the more victorious you feel in honoring your truth and in being loving of yourself. The more the world gets the best version of you, and you owe it to yourself to allow that emergence and to share it with the rest of us. Allow that vulnerability, allow that truth to be expressed, whatever it may be for you, because this sets you on a deeper path of intimacy within, in oneness with everything, in greater truth, in the resonance of who you truly are. I'm asked to pull another. Self-mastery is essentially a self-love journey with mindful awareness of how you impact others too. We all do. There's a sense of responsibility in that. Yet, the more peaceful and kind and calm and harmonious you are within your own energy, within yourself, the more that radiates from you and creates that ripple effect in harmony and relationship with others. Ooh, we have Medicine Guardian, and this is Archangel Raphael's energy of green, healing light, and unconditional love. So that perhaps is giving yourself unconditional love if you're finding yourself in a situation. To love yourself through every now moment. That being the through portal to your heaven and earth. It's just saying to wait for healing information. Healing information is coming through. And that's taking me back to the energy of patience I'm hearing. Be patient for what is coming through to you and choose to be in the energy of unconditional love for yourself in the process. We have Kundalini activation, Kundalini energy rising, healing information coming through. Understanding we've got the flower of life, the seed of life, and the interconnectedness of all being. That in I'm getting a message of in sharing your truth. This can be done with intention of harmlessness. I want to be me without harming another. You can set that intention, and you're not responsible for how others perceive or react to it. But coming from an intention of harmlessness is a higher frequency in itself. It is respectful of all life as it is. It's in an energy of love and harmony while allowing yourself a greater love within you. And as I had mentioned, that greater love rising within you allows you to be even more authentically loving to others. And that is a beautiful thing to do. That creates more heaven for all of us. Beautiful. Angel card was patience. Let me read that out. Trust the higher forces of life to know what is best for you, and remember that when you are asked to wait, such as waiting for that information, you are being prepared for something even better than you expected, and that can be the ego monkey mind coming in and what you think you want, because even better is coming to you. You asked for more. It's arriving. Stop checking for your Amazon delivery guy and just let the universe do its thing. Change your attitude to one of acceptance, relax, and take stock. Ask your angel to enfold you during this waiting period so you can listen to the promptings of the divine. Do not rush off on some wild goose chase of your lower will. Can you surrender and trust? The red's coming back in again. When the time is right and you are ready and refreshed. So this is a purification if you're needing to take care of you in mind, body, and soul and energy right here, right now. Nourish yourself, nurture yourself, pour energy into you. It's a beautiful thing to do. Then your next door is opening. Patience is always rewarded. The affirmation says, all things happen at the perfect time, and that is a matter of frequency. So your frequency fine tuning allows the frequency match to make its way to you, and it's a process because it's not only accessing the frequency, it's embodying and holding and maintaining it. Can you maintain and hold the vibe of peace, harmony, love, gratitude, appreciation throughout a 24-hour period, throughout the whole day? That it's not in glimpses, it's not only when you meditate, but you're sustaining it. Because as you sustain the frequency and the energy, so your reality can feel more sustainable and stable for you. But if your energy is dipping in and out of frequency and highs and lows, and you're on center, you're off center, you're flying high and levitating and floating, and you're not grounded, and your feet are back in the earth, and you're eating nourishing foods, and you're back in your body, that will affect the experience. It may feel like random things happen and that things are scattered because your energy needs to be clearer and pure as maintaining and being in congruence with that new frequency that you're embodying. Let me know if this resonates for you. Tarot card, because they happen to be here, and then we'll wrap up this video. This fruit is looking so delightful. I've got banana, watermelon, juicy pudding with some cinnamon there, strawberries, and some slices of apple, which are still looking good despite being on here for a while. Okay. Yum, yum. Okay. This had come in yesterday as well. We've got the Four of Pentacles again. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot. So that is moving forward action and momentum. This is mirroring to me. Perhaps you're still holding on to something and they need to let go. They need to detach. They need to surrender their lower will and to trust the divine guidance of what is coming to you. That this is a time to simply ground, to meditate, to anchor back into your own energy, pour into what you're creating that is beyond you so that new information can come in and then you can move forward from there. Let's check the energy of the Chariot. Okay, it's open right on this page. The Chariot is the card of change and ultimately triumph of choosing the route and changing the direction you want. It's no easy business, moving away from the familiar world and maybe balancing conflicting elements that you have there in having to be honest with yourself about who you are and what it is that you want. It's vital that you choose the direction so you can't complain about the destination, because this is accountability. It's a full accountability of like, it's on you. You are the creator of your reality. There's something that you don't prefer, then look at how you have been creating it. It's not always easy to look at. Be kind and graceful and compassionate with yourself and process, knowing that you are the change. The code is within you. You can crack the code through your being, through shift in perception, through shift in frequency, through shift in action. You have the power to create something new. Use your own impetus to get moving. Whether black and white horses or sphinxes pull the chariot, the card indicates that the rider has harnessed opposing powers to give the impetus to succeed. When you were young, the pressures to fit in with the crowd or live up to parental expectations can be very strong. You can end up doing what other people decided was best in your career and even in choosing a partner. Older people too can encounter pressure if they suddenly want to change course. Grown-up children can be the worst tyrants of all, wanting to preserve the status quo for mum and dad. Interesting how this energy is coming out, considering calls I had this morning. The Chariot indicates that the winds of change have been blowing and you're being carried in a direction that you potentially don't like. Maybe you don't want to go to college, but all the forms are signed and your parents have bought you a set of matching suitcases, or your partner's moving to the other end of the country and assumes that you're following. Or the kids may be about to leave home and you're wondering what to do with your life. Or perhaps the job you can do with your eyes shut is suddenly less certain. Or perhaps you're not even wanting it anymore. Perhaps you even know this is not you. You can have and create better. The negative aspect of the Chariot involves constantly changing the external circumstances when it's an inner problem. Changing jobs at the first setback, not sticking with relationships if the going gets tough, constantly having new friends and new interests, and then finding that your enthusiasm cools rapidly. We've got to be sure that we're changing the right things and not just moving the old play or the old record into a new theatre with a different cast. You'll find yourself wherever you go. This is all internal work, an inside job. And when you come at things with a new perspective and a new frequency of embodiment, where you hold that frequency, hold the rhythm, hold the line, that line coming in again. It has to be different because your energy is different. Nothing changes unless you change. Dr. Joseph Spencer has talked about this, and change starts with you, and Bashar as well. If circumstances are still in the same in your reality, it's because you essentially have not changed. So how can you be the change that you're wanting to experience? Coming back to what I mentioned before, begin your day celebrating the beauty of life and heaven. Put in your calendar throughout your day moments to celebrate your being rather than productivity and what you're doing. Put in happy dance. Look for something to be grateful for. How can I contribute and add value to someone else? Put these into your day. End your day stretched out in bed, celebrating that you already have your manifestation. Because how would that version of you be going to sleep? Would they be crouched up? Would they be concerned? Would they be spending time worrying about what's going to happen and the potential and feeding the energy of worst possible outcome? Or would they be saying, because I love myself, I choose to feed the energy of best possible outcome in this scenario and in all scenarios? I choose to believe the best for myself. And I stretch out, and I'm so grateful to have this bed to sleep in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're going to sleep grateful for already having what it is you desire. Because you have to visualize and imagine and be and embody the energy of the person who already is living the reality that you prefer as your idealized view of heaven. And it's through going to sleep in that state and in the body, in how your body is in your bed and how you're stretched out and blissful, and imagining and forming the mental images in your mind of how everything is wonderful and perfect. And now I'm flooding my body with this ecstasy of isn't life amazing? Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here for this chapter of my life that's unfolding, and I am given an opportunity to be new. And how you're letting that sink into your subconscious mind when it's most receptive is as you're falling asleep. And that is the program you're feeding your subconscious mind as you are drifting off to sleep, taking that energy of a new you into your next day. Where you should wake up, I recommend seeing a post-it or a note of how you're the creator of your reality. So what are you creating? What are you focusing on? Where are you putting your attention? What vibration are you on? How are you seeing the opportunities to be grateful, seeing the blessings? How are you allowing divine inspiration to flow in so you can move in creation and expression? How can you step away from consumption into creativity, which makes you abundant and prosperous? As you give, you receive. As you receive, you give. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Michelle. It is. And I will leave you with that last message. Happy reality creation of more heaven on earth for you, for me, for everyone. Lots of love. See you in the next one. And feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe as you will, or step into empowerment coaching to receive a personal reading or attunements to Reiki. Lots of love and thank you. Bye.